Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Garima and I make videos about DIYs, home decor and lifestyle improvement. And if you like watching such videos, then please make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you're not missing any of our video. So what are we going to do in today's video? In today's video, we are going to do 3 DIYs for winters. Winter is, I think, everyone's favorite weather. Everyone gets cozy, families get together, dinners are always happening. So it's a perfect time to get cooped up in your home, make your homes even more cozier. So we are going to do 3 DIYs, and one of the DIY is the most requested one. All of you wanted me to do a DIY with a chunky yarn, so I'm going to do it. So do not miss the video, and let's jump into the video without wasting any more time. Winters are incomplete without candle holders, so we are going to make a IKEA inspired candle holder from air dry clay. IKEA is now delivering to all of the places, so we have to make one for ourselves. I am using some talcum powder on the base so that I have ease while rolling on the air dry clay. This is a good quality air dry clay. I do not recommend using the cheaper one because this is a slightly complicated DIY. So first of all, I am rolling a circle for our base of the candle holder. Now we will place this air dry clay circle over a bowl. You have to take a round bowl, steel or glass, it's totally up to you, and gently give it a shape. Once you are done creating the base, then take a knife and take out extra clay from the basic shape. You can use any knife for it because later on we'll be using some water to give it a nicer shape. And for the next step, I'm again rolling a circular shape, and basically we have to create a holder for the candle. So I'm using a real candle so that I know the exact measurement which I want. So again, you have to use your hand to give it a shape. I'm not recommending to buy any special tools for this because this is a one-time project and no point spending money on extra tools. Just use your hands. Again, we will use a knife to cut out the extra portion for a cleaner look. We will remove all the extra clay so that we have a nice circular base for the candle holder. Now if you look at our inspiration, it will also have a handle. So for creating a handle, I'm rolling a cylindrical shape using my hands, and now I will flatten it gently using a rolling pin. I have taken out the base from the katora which we are using as a mold, and now we are going to put everything together. Using water, I am giving this whole thing a smoother shape, and I'm using water only for sticking everything together while the clay is still in a semi-dry state. And I'm again using water and my fingers to smoothen it to give it a proper shape. It will take some time, but it will happen. Be patient with the air dry clay. Before leaving it for drying, make sure that you have given the final look to it using your fingers and water, and then let it dry at least overnight. So once it is dry, it's time to paint it, and for painting it, I'm going to use the faux ceramic technique where you mix baking soda and some acrylic or any other color. Give at least 2 coats of this baking soda plus acrylic paint mixture all over the candle holder, and you will see a nice textured ceramic look all over the candle holder. And here you go, your very own IKEA inspired candle holder is ready. It will give all that hygge vibe to your home during winters. You can place it over your center table or on the shelves. It will look great everywhere. So before moving ahead, I want to talk about something very interesting. Do you want to explore something new every day? Do you want to learn something new every day? क्या आप भी अपने आप को रोज बेहतर करना चाहते हैं? Then yes, you heard it right. You are at the right place. So recently I came across something very interesting and I wanted to share it with you guys. I want all of my viewers to experience it at least once. So I've started using an app called Pankuri for quite some time, and me and my husband, both of us are big time foodies. We love to try out new recipes. I love cooking new things for my family, and I have started learning new recipes on Pankuri app. And apart from recipes and cooking, there are a lot of interesting more tutorials and topics like DIYs, makeups. There is something for every sort of topic. So now if you're thinking you can watch video anywhere, why should you go to Pankuri app? Then there is a catch. Once you are done watching the video and if you have any question, then there is nobody to answer it. But on Pankuri app you will always get answers. Isn't it amazing? And apart from this, you can also make new friends. You can connect with people with similar interest, and this is a female only app. So without having any worry or any hesitation, you can connect with fellow people who have similar interests like yours. You can learn more from each other. I mean, I have made a lot of friends on Pankuri app who have similar interests like mine. So do download this app. The link is available in my description box, and connect with me on Pankuri app, and I'm sure we will learn a lot from each other. For making a aged vase, I'm using a matka from my Diwali puja, and for making the handles, I'm going to use the same air dry clay which I have used it before. Basically, I'm going to make two handles. Such vases are very much in trend. Even if you will check it on website, it will cost you rupees 2000. So we are going to make it in a budget friendly price. So first of all, I'm going to make two rolls which will act as handles. Once we are done shaping the handles, we will check them once by keeping them on the matkas, and we will bend them slightly so that after drying up they take shape of a handle. Make sure both the handles are looking similar. Just you can also bend them towards the end so that you can stick them easily using a glue or Fevicol, and let them dry for a while. Don't let them dry completely, otherwise you will find difficulty while sticking them. Once they are half dry, you can stick them gently using your fingers, add Fevicol or any other glue, and let them dry properly. Once the handles are dry, I'm going to paint them using the very famous baking soda technique. In this baking soda technique, you mix 50% paint and 50% baking soda for that faux ceramic look. So basically I'm just dabbing the paint because I want a aged look. I do not want a smoother look on this vase. So basically the lower section will have white texture and the upper section will have grayish black. I'll keep mixing different colors because I want a aged look. So first of all, I have done a mixture of baking soda plus black acrylic paint, and then I have also added some white into it, and so that we on the upper section we see a slightly grayish layer. So we are having a aged look, and then I'll simply keep on dabbing the paint all over the upper section of the vase. You have to make sure that there are different textures visible once it is dry. So this is how it looks. I've added some dried wheat stalks into it, which is very much into trend during winters all over the world. People add such dried stalks and leaves for the winter decor, and it looks very elegant, very beautiful. And this is also a very budget friendly DIY. You can use any old pot or matka for this. Now for our second project, I'm going to make a chunky yarn pillow. So I bought this yarn from a website called Magic Needles. My original plan was to make a blanket, but then I realized this yarn is quite costly. One ball costed me rupees 1000. So I decided to make a pillow instead, because the process for blanket is also similar. So once you learn the pillow, you can make a blanket as well. And this is an imported yarn, so it is quite costly, but it feels really nice and very soft, and it will give you a very warm and cozy vibe. So we are going to make a pillow at first, and if you will show a lot of interest, then I will make a cheaper version of this using a cheaper yarn, and I will make a blanket as well. Start. First of all, we are going to make a knot. So this is a basic step. This will define the length of your pillow or blanket, whatever you are making. You have to just follow the steps. It will look daunting at first, but you have to see the video again and again, and then slowly you will understand how to make it. So basically you have to keep creating loops and pull the yarn out of it till you get the desired length. Basically, if you are making a 16 by 16 pillow, then you have to make a base for creating 16 and 16-inch pillow. So this is how we are going. I'm just going to make a 12 by 12 pillow because I have only that much wool. So I'm making a pillow, a base for that size of pillow. And this is how we create a base. We are simply pulling out the yarn out of the loops. So here I have measured if I have created a right base for our pillow. So the size is correct, and we can move on to next step. नेक्स्ट स्टेप, जहाँ से आपने यार्न छोड़ा हुआ था वहाँ का जो पहला लूप है आप उसको छोड़ देंगे, उसको आपको टच नहीं करना है. उसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट होल आ रहा है वहाँ से आपको यार्न को पुल करना है. नाउ यू हैव टू कीप रिपीटिंग दिस. यू विल पुल आउट द yarn from the another hole next to the previous hole, and make sure all the loops are in the same size, otherwise your pillow will turn out to be a irregular sized knitting. So make sure that you are pulling out all the loops in the similar size, and at first you will find it confusing, but once you are done creating 3 to 4 line, you will see that you have created a knitted pattern. I will also share a tutorial in my description box which will show this step in a much more detailed version, because it is a standalone version. I am showing 3 other DIYs, so I don't have much time in the video. जब आप इस रो के एंड में पहुंच जाएंगे तो फिर से आपको जो लास्ट लूप है उसको एम्प्टी छोड़ देना है. अब आपने एक बेस क्रिएट कर लिया है अपने पिलो या ब्लैंकेट के लिए. अगर ये ब्लैंकेट होता तो ये और लंबा होता. तो अभी आपको जो पहले आपने स्टेप किया वही रिपीट करते रहना है जब तक कि आपको आपकी डिज़ायर्ड लेंथ नहीं मिलती है. हमेशा आपको ये याद रखना है कि जब भी आप नया रो स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं तो आपको पहले लूप को छोड़ के उसके बगल के स्पेस से क्रिएट करना है नए लूप को. यही स्टेप आप रिपीट करते रहेंगे और बहुत जल्दी आपको आपका जो ब्लैंकेट या पिलो है वो रेडी दिखाई देगा. इसके बाद मैं आपको बताऊंगी कि इसको एंड कैसे करना है. Closing this patch, you have to take 2 loops and pass the yarn from them, and then आपके पास जो नया लूप आया है उसको और उसके नेक्स्ट लूप को लेके फिर से आपको यार्न पास करना है. यही स्टेप करते करते आपका पूरा पैच क्लोज हो जाएगा और जो एक्स्ट्रा यार्न होगा उसको आप कट कर लेंगे और अंदर की ओर टक इन करके हम इसको स्टिच कर लेंगे. बेसिकली मैं इसको एक रेडीमेड कुशन कवर के ऊपर स्टिच कर रही हूँ जिससे कि हमें एक कुशन कवर का लुक मिले. सिंपली मैं नीडल और थ्रेड का यूज़ करके हैंड स्टिच कर रही हूँ. बहुत ही सिंपल है. क्लॉथ और वूल को आपको साथ में लेते हुए स्टिच करते जाना है क्रॉस करते करते, और आप टाइटली स्टिच करेंगे तो ये बहुत अच्छा लगेगा, सिक्योर भी रहेगा. I have used a 12 by 12 size cushion cover here. I have used a white cushion cover so that it goes with our wool color. You can use any cushion cover matching with your wool, and as you can see I am simply passing the thread from all the sides, securing the chunky yarn over the cushion cover, and as soon as you are done stitching you are ready to use your chunky yarn pillow for snuggly winters. This was my first experience with chunky yarn. I really enjoyed it. I struggled initially, no doubt, but I love the end result and I'm going to do more of such DIYs very soon. So that's it guys for today's video. I hope you enjoyed all the 3 DIYs. You had fun watching them, and I will see you soon. I will come up with more such DIYs. Till then, do let me know your feedback in the comments, and I will see you soon. Take care.